How big's your YouTube channel? How big's your TikTok and all the other channels?
Yeah, so I think my YouTube channel, we have 1.2 million subscribers as of right now. And then TikTok, 3.3 million. And then Instagram, about 600K. And then we have a newsletter with 45,000 subscribers.
Got it.
Yeah.
And I know I was listening to a podcast where you did this morning, and you were very intentional about YouTube since the beginning, right? Like even though you started to take off on TikTok, YouTube was the kind of golden goose at the end of the day, right? So why is that?
Yeah, so I grew up watching YouTube as my prime entertainment source. Like I would watch it whenever I got home from class or whenever I had some downtime. And I always kind of looked up to some of the creators, like the early on creators. Like I would watch like Jenna Marbles. I'd watch some of the Asian creators like Niga Higa, if you remember him. Oh. And in 2015, I watched a lot of Casey Neistat and Marquez Brownlee. So like I always looked up to them as kind of like role models. And I always was like, oh, maybe one day I can try that job. But I never like gave it a shot. Right. It wasn't until Graham started making videos. So thank you, Graham. That I was like, oh, well, I can talk about finance as well. And so Graham really paved the way for a lot of financial creators. So I think, you know, as a financial creator, I think I owe a lot to him.
Yeah.
But YouTube was always a thing. And I made 3 YouTube videos in 2019. In the summer of 2019, they went nowhere. I got like 10 views on each one. And they're all like your friends, right? Like you send it to your friends like, hey, watch my video. And they sucked. And then I found TikTok in summer of 2019. And I was just watching it for fun. And I was like addicted to TikTok. And I searched for the hashtag personal finance on TikTok like in August of 2019. And there was like one video. And I knew from like listening to all these entrepreneurship podcasts and stuff like that, I was a big fan of Naval Ravikant at the time. I was like, okay, if you're first to market in something, like this is going to be really good. So I kind of looked at TikTok as an opportunity to grow a following, but also to get them to my YouTube channel that I eventually wanted to build. So from the very beginning, I was doing TikTok to get to YouTube. And I think like that was a good decision because what ended up happening was if you just stayed on TikTok all the way from 2020 till now, you know, your revenue is not that predictable. And I think it's much better to have a sustainable business on YouTube. Now, obviously, YouTube could get taken down at any time. That's always a platform risk, but less so than TikTok, I think, and more so, yeah.
Got it. So yeah, I actually looked at your channel today. I think it was last month or last 30 days or so. Maybe it was like 8.9 million views. What percentage is shorts versus?
I think I think right now it's 6 million views shorts and then 2 million long form.
Got it. Which is pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
What do you think led to the breakout in 2023 for your YouTube channel?
Better titles and thumbnails. 100% better. So the #1 wealth killer nobody talks about, good title. Thumbnail, also good. Thumbnail was inspired by Nate O'Brien. Nate O'Brien actually told me to make the video, so shout out to him. He had made one video on his channel 3 years before mine called The Wealth Killer, the #1 wealth killer. And it was also about cars. But he's just like, hey, you should just do this again and just make it better. And so that's what I did. And then, funny enough, now there's like 5 other videos about the #1 wealth killer. It's all the same. It's all the same.
It's copying each other. Do you see a lot of personal finance clones popping up now?
Yeah, but that's fine. I mean, I think we all win whenever. It doesn't matter. Like, you know, let's say you start a personal finance channel. It doesn't matter. I think net, everybody wins. A rising tide lifts all boats. So it's not the worst thing.
Got it. And so what's the, I guess going into YouTube a little bit then. So can you talk about your team? Last I heard it was one thumbnail person and you had a video editor. How does it look now?
Same. So I have a full-time video editor and also runs my newsletter. His name's Ricky. He's great. And then I have a short form video editor that helps me from time to time for the shorts contract. And then I have a thumbnail designer. And that's most of the team. And then I have a data guy. So a data guy, he's on retainer every month and he helps me look at videos that are doing well, not only on my channel, but across all of YouTube, try to identify different videos that we could possibly try in the future, look at retention graphs, try to figure out how can we get better within YouTube Studios data. So yeah, that guy.
What's like your 3-year goal with YouTube? What do you want it to look like?
Oh yeah, I still want to be making content in at least 3 years, maybe even 5, 10 years. And so just grow the channel as big as possible, promote financial literacy to all. And then I'm going to try to start a website where we can review different types of investment products, bank accounts, investment platforms, credit cards, debit cards, anything that is financially related. I want to be a trusted source for that.
Got it.
Yeah.
And your content stack right now, like how much time are you spending creating content each week, videos or whatever, your newsletter and all that?
Yeah, I think that, you're an entrepreneur. You probably spend not that much time making content compared to your other ventures. But right now I'm like literally just full-time content. So right now I probably spend 60% of my time on YouTube, 20% on shorts, and then 20% on like miscellaneous stuff like newsletter and like, website or something like that.
Right.
But most of it's YouTube. And that's mostly that one main YouTube video per week that we come out with.
Got it. And that's like a 15 to 25 minute thing?
Usually 15 minutes.
Okay, got it. And those are, I mean, it seems like you do a lot of research ahead of time, like hours of research, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So an average video probably takes like 4 to 6 hours of scripting plus research.
Right.
Maybe sometimes more. Depends on the video.
Yep.
Like the 100K video that we just came out with, like why your 100K explodes after, why your net worth explodes after 100K. That's kind of easier for me because I already knew a lot of the principles. I knew exactly what I wanted to say. So that was maybe 3 or 4 hours or maybe less. But
it's still a lot of time.
It's still a lot of time.
Yeah.
But for most videos, it's probably 6-ish to 8-ish hours. And then I film it. And then after I film it, there's 5 to 10 hours of editing that goes into it at least.
And you're editing it?
No.
Or video editor, sorry.
Ricky is. And he also animates. So what's really nice is that we have beautiful animations on our videos and we try to make them better every video.